Well, youth unemployment is a growing trend in Canada, but one program is looking to combat that statistic, and Winnipeg is apparently using the program more than really any other city in the country. To explain, joining us this morning is the owner of Mobilize, Benjamin. Benjamin is here. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me.
So first, we want to know what Mobilize really is all about.
So Mobilize is new. We started last year, and it's kind of the ultimate youth employment initiative. And generally what we do is we find the best and brightest Canadian youth between the ages of 18 and 30, match them into groups of 4, and every 4 to 6 months relocate them to work in a different job for a different employer in a totally different city across Canada. It is an opportunity to gain valuable new skills, build your network, get guaranteed full-time hours, receive tips and gratuities in some roles, monthly performance bonuses, and free housing for the entire year.
Seems like a no-brainer for a lot of people. What's interesting, though, is there are so many people from Manitoba, specifically in Winnipeg, that are jumping on board with this program. So why do you think Winnipeg is such a big hotspot for this?
Well, we all know that some of the young people in Winnipeg tend to be the most incredible people in Canada. But I think that it's an opportunity to explore our country. It's an opportunity to see Canada without having to make a permanent commitment to one employer. The ability to travel the country, gain new skills, meet an incredible group of new employers, and then come back with a new resume that really sparks the interest of young Winnipeggers.
Yeah, so it's interesting that you were saying that it is hard to get a job, that first job. A lot of employers are looking for a certain list of skill set. And when you have never had a job, it's hard to get that first position. So where does Mobilize come in for that?
The biggest challenge in Canada right now is most employers want a lot of experience, even for entry-level roles. They want to see 5 years of experience for a job that doesn't require any experience. So what we can do is bridge that gap. We provide young Canadians who maybe just be getting out of high school or have taken a few years off or finished a university degree and aren't quite sure what they want to do with their lives yet. What we do is we give them the opportunity to gain exposure to several different industries, to meet multiple different employers, to build their resume, and at the end of the year they'll have at least 3 full-time job offers to return back to.
Yeah, and then you also mentioned that it's a good way to combat the unemployment rate for youth, and you're hoping to branch out into a lot of different industries. So can you maybe speak to that and how you think it's going to help combat the youth unemployment rate?
Absolutely. We've found the secret sauce. We know what young people, what my generation, what millennials are interested in doing these days. We don't want to commit to one job for the next 10 years. We want the opportunity to taste the flavors. We want the opportunity to see a number of different industries and experience and get our hands on a wide range of opportunities before committing to anything permanently. What Mobilize is doing is creating the bridge between young Canadians and these labor shortages that are occurring regionally across Canada.
So you're going to be reaching out to different employers, and you're the one who is essentially the 200 people that are involved in Mobilize. You are their employer.
Absolutely.
And then you do all of the hard work for them.
We handle everything on their behalf. We guarantee them hours, we help facilitate their housing, and we make sure that they've got the best possible year ahead of them.
And you mentioned that millennials have a very different view of a job. And you said you think you found the secret sauce for it. What are some of those secret little tidbits of information that you think you have?
Well, I think we learned a lot. We learned that travel is a huge component. We want to travel. We want to experience. We don't want to sit in one place for the next 10 years. We want the opportunity to move around and experience the world. We want to learn multiple new skills. We don't want to be restricted to one specific position. We want the opportunity to diversify our skill set. We need to provide a lot of education and career development. And more importantly than anything else, we need to know that whatever we're doing, we have a start date and an end date. And we have the opportunity, if we absolutely don't love something, to move on and try something else a few months later.
So if someone is listening to this morning and wants to get involved, what can we do? How can we be part of Mobilize?
Well, we're actually in Winnipeg trying to hire about 200 youth for our summer session that's lasting from May until October. The best way is to go onto the website, mobilizejobs.ca, go to apply now, and you'll have an in-person or a Skype interview probably within the next couple of days.
Okay, and what is the age range that we're looking at too?
So generally 18 to 30, although that's not a hard stop at 30. If you're young at heart and you're above 30 and you want the opportunity to explore and travel, that opportunity exists for you.
Perfect. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Really appreciate it.